Hello and welcome to the Authenticity Comparison in sound for the John Fogerty Tribute Project. I have here a Rickenbacker 360, 2004, with a two-toaster configuration. Modified whammy bar, thanks to Larry Davis in Florida. And John Fogerty was using a 325 Rickenbacker. He had a 3-pickup configuration. One of them was modified into a humbucker, I think which he did himself, along with a whammy bar. So I already was a Rickenbacker player, and I already had a 360, so I wasn't going to go out and get a new 325, let's say, for $4,000. So I had this already, and they're virtually identical in sound. A little bit different in style as far as the cutaways and the shape and the rounds, but they are identical in sound, at least to me. This is going to give you that Born on the Bayou feel, that chalky sound, along with songs like Green River and Susie Q, that real swamp bayou, that high gain, cutting edge, low end type of chalky sound that's very familiar and identifies itself with Creedence and John Fogerty. So we are on par with the sound, putting this through the custom amp. I'll have some follow-up videos here on the amplifier itself, as well as all the pedal board configuration that I use to get all the different sounds within the project on all his different songs. So what I have here is a 2013 Gibson Custom Shop Black Beauty 2 humbucker configuration. John Fogerty practically had the same model. I believe his was a 1970 Gibson Custom Shop, same configuration as this. I think the sounds are just identical, only because his is much more vintage. You're probably going to get a warmer, more bellowing tone. It's, the shape of this tone is probably a lot nicer and broken in like a good wine. But this sounds identical. This was played on songs such as Bad Moon Rising, Proud Mary, and even Looking Out My Back Door. This particular guitar, Fogerty would use a D tuning on, a standard D tuning, and that's what I have on this. When I first started the project, it's one of the things I had to get used to, how to learn, how to play in D tuning, and what songs he played in the D tuning. And I took this over, once I purchased this, I took it over to Ed Clark in Round Concomer, New York. He set it up for me, put the flat round, thick, pretty thick. I forgot what gauge these are, but these are heavier strings with the detuning because it's low. You need a little bit more tension on the strings, but it sounds incredible. He replaced the nut for me, got it all in shape, and it's just a go-to guitar. Always stays in tune. I can see why Fogerty used it, and it's got such power, especially again through the custom amp. A lot of power it's pushing. 2016 Fender Telecaster Professional. It's all stock. It's a new guitar. I've acquired this almost a year now. This is the last guitar I got for the project, only because I didn't have a Tele, didn't have any Fenders, and I know I needed one. So I got this one. Telecaster is fairly new to John Fogerty. By new, I mean within his solo career. I don't think he used any Fenders really much or at all back in '69 and '70. But what he did a lot of this stuff is with the Centerfield album and the Blue Moon Swamp. So you'll hear stuff like Rock and Roll Girls, and sometimes he'll use the Fender, the Tele for Centerfield if he doesn't have his baseball bat, Louisville Slugger guitar. Other than that, there's some stuff on Blue Moon Swamp. Most of the country stuff he'll do on his Tele. And he actually has a lot of styles. Telecast is, but I think his favorite one is the Fiesta Red. I don't know what year it is, but I know it's fairly modern with some modifications as far as, I think he has a detuner on it and a different pickup configuration, but and that's what he has. And thanks to Brad Paisley, I think was his newest influence in the country style of playing and stuff, which he seems to love playing now. And a lot of songs is even modified a little more country and chicken picking style. You'll see from some of his latest concert. But you know, for what we need and to get that sound, works beautiful. And again, this is I'm throwing this right now through the custom. Most of the shows I put everything through the custom. Sometimes the real bigger shows, I'll break out the Fender Twin and throw the Tele through the Fender Twin, just because it's just more clean and got that more country style playing. However, I got a great, beautiful sound with the custom with this, and that's why I kind of keep it that way. With the pedal configurations, you'll see how I kind of tune up the sound for the Tele to mate with the custom. Okay, so what about the acoustic variety? Well, that's kind of a personal preference. John Fogerty uses a lot of different acoustic guitars. I think the most popular brand he uses is the Taylor. Taylor-made acoustic guitars. I don't have a Taylor. I was not going to go out and purchase a new acoustic, especially being we only use it on a few songs like, I only use it on a few songs like Who Stopped the Rain and Have You Ever Seen the Rain, you know. But this has been with me, I think, practically my whole life. Well, my whole playing career. I got this in, I don't know, I want to say the early 90s. I bought it locally. It is a Alvarez Jumbo. And it has the 500 system, 500A system pickup on it, which from day one was incredible. I mean, I've used acoustic guitars prior to this, and nothing ever cut it like this as far as playing live goes. Once I did in the sound hole, this pickup system is just incredible. I have not played this guitar once professionally on stage where the sound engineer asked me, wow, that sounds great, what kind of guitar is that? And I say, it's an Alvarez, and most people actually haven't heard of the brand. And it's not that popular, it's actually a Japanese-made brand. And it's not even just a really high-end guitar, but it's so built well, and the electronics is just so superb on it. That's really what makes it special. And I did some custom mods on it, like the gold hardware and stuff, but other than that, this is just a beautifully singing acoustic. What made this company popular actually was the Grateful Dead. Jerry Garcia used to use a Yare Alvarez, which was a handcrafted Japanese model. But anyway, that's what I use. It's got that full, robust bottom end, which is I like in all my guitars, acoustic and electric. I always crank up the lows, turn down the highs, and this is what this is. I used to play a lot of solo gigs too, so this has been everywhere through every genre of music with me, and why would I stop now? So what about the player guitar? Well, this is a 2010 Epiphone. Two humbucker configuration, much like the Gibson I showed you before. And it sounds pretty much the same, I gotta say. It's got some beef to it. It's got some heavy tones. So one day my drummer, when we first all got together and joined the Fogerty project, he's like, "Here, play this." And apparently he got this guitar and had it professionally wrapped. I'm guessing it's wrapped in some type of vinyl of a plaid design, the blue plaid, a John Fogerty plaid design. And this was wrapped and created by a gentleman called John Fogerty. And I'll be leaving the links and the information on all of these loosies and guitar techs that I've mentioned in this video. They are highly recommended. So this just was a beautiful addition. I mean, it's you know, it's a vinyl wrap. It looks to be. It's not wrapped on the other side. So it's really just a novelty, you know, to go along with the whole John Fogerty theme. So he has one like this. It's a Gibson that was gifted from his wife, made it for him, and he brings it out on occasion. And it's again, it sounds incredible. And I'm not sure I'm going to give it back to my drummer. So, but this is you know, this is part of the act. And I usually use this on maybe my encore song or an intro song or a special request song that's standard tuned. I usually play traveling band with this. That's usually our encore song. And it sounds incredible. It's just got some game to it. It's really amazing. This is the first Epiphone I've ever had borrowed. And it's, you know, I would put another one. It's great. It's really, really nice. So we are the only tribute band that has a blue plaid guitar, just like Fogerty. So that completes the guitar lineup for the John Fogerty tribute project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat informative, and I'm hoping that you see the link between the authenticity between the sounds and the equipment that we present on stage. And all of this comes to the shows. And again, catch these follow-up videos to this as far as the amp goes and the pedal boards. And you'll see all the connection and how we get all these sounds. It was, you know, it's some working, you know, as much as working on the tunes and the vocals and the whole thing, it's, you know, it's just as much as trying to get that sound and working on the proper hardware and equipment to go along. So you can be really authentic as you can, you know, and bring it to the audience. Come out and see the shows, come out and see the guitars.